mistake on that one. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was it at that moment, or because you said you feel relaxed, so you know that if that thing happens again,
Aha.
way up to something again, it's supposed to cure that?
Well, let's find. Oh, yeah. And thank you for asking the question, because I forgot to mention my questions policy, which is, as far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Okay. Can't guarantee the quality of the answer, so now I'm up to see if I can do that answer. If the annoyance isn't present, I'm assuming that your annoyances aren't in the room. You know, like if you're sitting next to your annoyance, then, you know, that's where... No, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Fights start that way. So if your annoyance is outside the room, let's say something that happened to you, what you have to do to get the feeling of annoyance is you have to conjure it up in yourself. That tells you a lot about annoyance. That is saying that the annoyance is your response to that situation. That it's not the situation that's doing it to you. It's how you respond to that situation. So if you take care of your responses to it here in imagination, and you get all of them, then the next time you meet it, your responses will be different. So you'll respond in a different way. It might still be annoying, but in a different way, something that you hadn't quite figured out here. Yes, this might be an appropriate time to tell you about our dog, actually. So we have a Patterdale Terrier. Anyone here got a Patterdale Terrier? Oh, I am sorry. They are little treasures in an extraordinarily annoying way, really. So anyway, she's a lovely dog, very nice house dog, lies around in the sun all day, sweet as a nut, until you come to take her out of the front door to go for a walk. And then she goes off it. And she sounds like a pig being slaughtered. This really unnerving sound. Because if you go out with this, people will look at you, what are you doing to that dog? You know, you think, what the dog doing to me? And she'll do that for about 100 yards until she gets to the grass where she can leave her pea males, you know, check on the pea males and do all that kind of stuff. But that 100 yards, my partner calls this the walk of shame, really, because housing estate, you know, so you're carrying along this slaughtered piglet, making all this racket. It's, you know, it's kind of like, please. You know, so I was taking her out, and it was kind of doing this whole that. So she kind of starts barking in the porch. So I'm thinking, okay, I want to be chilled about this. And I was kind of tapping. That's really annoying. Okay, really annoying. Let's calm, mellow. Okay, so great. Open the door. That's kind of the whole thing, you know. Giving it that for the kind of 100 yards till she gets to do a first pee, and then everything's settled. Having a first pee must be a really important thing for a Patterdale Terrier. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so she's like, so we're going for the walk. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. So of course all your neighbours are kind of, you know, what the hell is going on outside 6 in the morning? What is that? So I'm walking along plotting, basically. So I can think, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I got back to the house, I kind of figured out what I was going to do. So I made a list. I made a list of all the things she was. The name's Sally. Sally is annoying. Sally is underfoot. Sally is needy. Sally is so loud. Sally is so disagreeable. So there's about 12 items of kind of rant about this, you know, lovely little dog that I ran through every time we went out. That's what was going on in my head every time we went out. Yeah. So I tapped it all out, you know, even though she's annoying, even though she's the dog from hell. I accept myself, the dog from hell, the dog from... I worked through the whole, it took me about 45 minutes, okay? So the next day arrives. Now I've heard that people's dogs respond well to their owner's mental state. You know, that they kind of tune into the way the owner is. And as I'm thinking, this is going to be great, this is going to be so cool. Open the door, off again, the whole thing, but I couldn't give a damn. I just didn't care. It's okay, so this is what she's doing. It's not a problem for me anymore. So I just walked with that. We do things now to kind of quieten her down. But it's like, the situation was identical, but my response was completely different. I didn't get that kind of thing going on, you know. But I had to go through all those different pieces. you know, to kind of settle that response. And now it really doesn't bother me if she does that. It's just something she does. That's just her nature. You know, it's unfortunate if you're trying to stay asleep at 6 o'clock in the morning. You live on our housing estate, you know, but you know, so it's not a problem for me anymore. So my response is that the situation is identical, but I'm different. And one of the things I could say about EFT is, certainly true about me, is that I'm not the man I used to be, because my responses are quite different. So it's not that the world suddenly got any nicer for me, because the world does what the world thinks, but it's much less triggering, really. That's a very long answer to a short question, isn't it? Okay, I had to bring Sally the dog into it. If you go on my website, you can see there's an article called Stress Relief for Patterdale Terriers. And you can see a picture of me and the offending hound. So, you know, see that you can see that she's quite small and I'm quite tall.